Good day everyone, I am JEANN TRONGCOSO, a second-year BTLED-HE Home Economics student. And now I will be discussing about the adolescence, the high school learners. Let's first define what is adolescence. Adolescence is the period of adolescence between biological changes of puberty and ends with the rule and work of three stages of adolescence. First, early adolescence, middle adolescence, late adolescence. Adolescence is a period of transition in terms of physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional changes. Physical transition begins particularly coupled with sexual transformation. The physical development of high school learners. Puberty changes. In all cultures, biological changes comprise the major transitions from childhood to early adolescence. This is manifested by a change in physical appearance, a more rapid rate of a development known as growth spurt. The phenomenon commonly results in the feeling of awkwardness, and unfamiliarity with bodily changes. The growth spurts. The growth hormone conditions gradual increases in the body size and weight, but hormones flooding occurs during the adolescence, causing an acceleration known as the growth spurt. Body changes include in body dimension, leg, length, shoulder, feet, track growth, and rather than the leg growth. Sexual maturity. Hormones are recognized to be powerful and highly specialized chemical substances that interact with body cells. The triggering by the hormones of the hypothalamus glands and hormones of the pituitary glands signals the entire process of sexual maturation. During the process, gonadotropic hormones are secreted by anterior pituitary, which lies beneath the base of the brain and are situated approximately at the geometric center of the human head. Adolescent sleeping habit. Teenagers are not getting enough sleep and would want more sleep. Actually, lack of sleep is likely caused by changes in adolescents' behavioral patterns. Teens often stay up late because they enjoy it, especially with the accent inherent of an interact, music listening, and video watching. About 90% of teenagers, high school students report going to bed later than midnight. Socializing with the peers add to the problem, causing difficulties in waking up early and causing teenagers. Let's come now to the cognitive development of high school learners. As adolescents enter into high school, their continued cognitive development allows them to think abstractly, analytically, hypothetically, and logically, which is all formal operational thought. High school emphasizes formal thinking in attempt to prepare graduates for college where analysis is required. During high school, teens are likely to show an increasing ability to reason, make educated guesses, and sort fact from fiction. Start thinking more abstractly, comparing what is to what could be. Think about and come up with ways to deal with hypothetical situations. According to Piaget, the adolescent years are remarkable because youth move beyond the limitations of concrete mental operation and develop the ability to think in a more abstract manner. Therefore, youth can now represent in their mind circumstances or even events that they have never seen nor personally experienced. Piaget's 4 stages of intellectual or cognitive development are: first, sensory motor, birth through ages 18 to 24 months, pre-operational toddlerhood 18 to 24 months through early childhood, age 7, concrete operational, age 7 to 11. Last, formal operational, adolescence through adulthood. And now, let's go to the socio-emotional development. Students at this age are attempting to realize their place in society and how to proceed with their futures. It is also during this time that they learn to self-regulate their emotions, and as time passes become more aware of their sense of self as well as the needs and feelings of others. How does social and emotional development influence the learning of high school learners? By providing a kind environment, it helps to encourage optimal brain and development as well as social connection and collaboration. In other words, social emotional development affects learning by shaping children's developing neural circuitry, particularly the executive function. Socio-emotional development includes the child experiences, expression, and management of emotion. This type of learners, wherein according to the data being collected, learners can understand and express their emotions, and this was influenced by their environment. One of these is cultural factors affect children's growing understanding of the meaning of emotions, the developing knowledge of which situation lead to which emotional outcomes, and their learning about which emotions are appropriate to display in which situations. This age, students able to understand other people's social causes, quiz, or etc. Facial expressions, gestures, tone of voice or body language, feelings of other people, express emotion and reactions with facial gestures or body language, an act of being as expected by peers, self-confidence, anxious or unhappy when leaving home, when sitting to school, and sometimes often argues with adults.